You want to make a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? Well, first clean your house. And also, you've fallen off your bike and have a horrible knee graze which is now infected. You're an absolute freak and no one loves you. Yeah, well, those are the thoughts that go through my head sometimes. I mean, that's what's been happening in my life lately. But I think I'm back to almost my old self because the sun's out and I'm feeling so much better now. Melbourne is finally getting warm. Today I want to do a more real cinematic vlog about my current life and where I'm at in my life. I mean, look at this. This is the mess that I'm living in. And, okay, this is not really balanced very well, so I'm just going to pick this up. But yeah, even though my life has been very, I guess, uneventful lately, and I've been dealing and struggling with a lot of my own personal issues and depression, some good things have happened to me lately. And I want to discuss that on this episode because a film festival I really love actually just selected my film and I'm over the moon about it. So my documentary film, Untitled Unfinished, has been selected for my international premiere at the Sinag Manila Film Festival. Now, it's a film festival I've played before and won an award at. For the last few years when I was submitting, they hadn't taken one of my films, which is fair because you've got to give everyone a fair shot, and just because I've played before doesn't mean it's a guarantee that I'll play again. What's really great is after a long hiatus of not having projects selected at that film festival, I'm now back. But more importantly than having my film selected, which is a great honor and I'm really proud of, it's also in my home country, or the motherland as I like to call the Philippines. It's not something I talk much about on this vlog, but a lot of my film work in cinema has been about the Filipino diaspora.
They ask you, are you one of the male bride ordered?
And a lot of the, I guess, issues that I've faced growing up.
Male bride order,
How does that make you feel? And that your son is trying to...
I need it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You cut it.
Okay, we can cut. Okay.
Cut it.
Yeah. Antibiotics and pie. But actually I think I'm supposed to eat the pie first. So I've grazed my knee many a times, I've fallen over many a times, but I've never had a wound get infected. Okay, so the chain of events that led me to this scraped knee and a now knee infection. My bike was stolen and I bought a cheap bike on Marketplace. Had a pedal problem and the pedal snapped and I fell on my knee. I actually took ages to get to the doctor because I just assumed it was just a graze that hurt a little bit more than normal, and then the pain was building. And now I'm on antibiotics and I've had a tetanus injection, and that's kind of been what I've been going through lately. So what are we doing tonight?
Pizza! All you can eat. Ah, so good.
All you can eat pizza tonight. Where are we going?
Pizza.
Where are we going?
Pizza.
And what's that?
So, bottomless pizza. All you can eat.
Thank you so much. All you can eat pizza. Yeah. Pizza number
Thank you.
one. Yeah.
Can I get the chili oil, please?
Chili oil.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't think it doesn't matter, babe. I feel like because it's in between.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I've already taken the antibiotics now. Some pie. Directly on the pie. Makes no sense, but sure. Some pie. Actually really good.
Dumating ako dito, 1989.
The Sinag Manila Film Festival was one of the first film festivals to take my early feature films. Back then I had a film called Melodrama Random Melbourne, and it was on some controversial topics, and it got rejected quite a lot at film festivals, but Sinag Manila took a chance and eventually gave it an award. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you. Sometimes when you take a risk like that as a filmmaker, especially with a low-budget feature film,
Overseas successes or film festivals.
Yeah, I'm like blushing. I don't know why.
it can be really tough to get it in front of people. And even if it's a good film, without sales agents, distributors, and all the mechanisms around a film, when you're sending it out completely independently, Sinag put it up in a whole bunch of cinemas, and I got to see it on the big screen. And the film is kind of a bit subversive in the sense that even whilst I would go to these screenings and people would just be walking out of the cinema. I remember there was one screening where I stood at the door and they didn't know I was the director of the film, but I just said goodbye to everyone every time someone walked out.
Motherfucker! Take everything from me, huh?
I don't know why I did it, but it was kind of funny.
You've taken it on the face plenty of times.
I've curbed my anger a bit. I'm still a young, angry, I guess middle age now, angry. I've got my anger, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an angry person, but I've learned how to control a bit of that. But when I was making that film, a lot of that seeped through, and I think as a young artist, sometimes it's quite important to have honesty and make films that are true to you. As I said before, I hadn't been invited back in a few years, and what's really good to know is I'm being invited back for a film that is really pure to me, like a film that is honest about me, where I literally turn the camera on myself and lens up what I'm going through. And in a way, it was a prelude to this vlog. That documentary, Untitled Unfinished, that I made last year is a prelude to this vlog, because had I not turned the camera on myself and made a film, I might not be sitting here today vlogging, because that was the first time I'd really turned the camera on myself and just made a very, very introspective piece like that. What's really wonderful about it is it's being respected in the film festival world, and I really appreciate that a lot, because that film is very raw and it deals with a really tough topic of identity in the digital age. You know, I was filming the lockdowns, I was filming the protests, I was filming myself get abused by people at these protests. I'm just trying to find myself again, and I'm always finding myself. That's why the film is called Untitled Unfinished, because I don't think I'm ever going to be fully complete as a person. And maybe no one really is. I've always had this theory about if someone is so certain about themselves that they're definitely hiding something, you know? I just don't think, maybe it sells better.
Basically, my dad would take me to the video store and I got into kind of recreating those kind of films, and they were really terrible.
And your last words? My last breath. Take this.
Film is in some way a product, but I view it more as an art than a product. And yeah, I'm really proud of my work and what I do. And oh, this is really starting to sting, this knee. It just hurts so much. But yeah, I don't even know what kind of film I have, you know? When you have an infection, maybe it's better to get it fixed. I waited a little too long, and look at it now. And with creativity, maybe it's a bit the same. Maybe if you've got something to say, something to express, if you hold on to that for too long, if you don't, maybe it can fester into something that hurts you. I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't express this feeling because, I don't know. I just didn't. And maybe it's the same with creativity. If you have it in you to do it, maybe it's best you do it. I don't know. I just came up with that in the moment, and that's what I have for the day. I love the way the light's coming in through here. So I'm going to enjoy my day. Even though I can't really go out, I might just go sit on the balcony or something. Anyway, thanks so much for hearing my story. Thanks to my subs and everyone who's watching now. And yeah, I'll see you at the film festival. More eps coming soon.